Hello, hello, and welcome. This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Devin Booth. Unfortunately, Steam King, Joshua Steam King Peterson, is having issues tonight. His game will not load properly. It's a big sad. So I am solo on this one. I apologize for that, guys, but still, good evening. Hello, hello. Also, I wanted to take a quick second as we get started to apologize. I wasn't here last week. I didn't realize it was Canada Day on Thursday. So, hopefully if you guys are Canadian, you guys had a good Canada Day. If you guys are American, they had 4th of July on the Sunday as well. So hopefully you guys had a good 4th of July weekend as well. But we're back with racing now. And we're ready to go here. So if you guys did not check the standings or see anything about it, last race, just to give you guys the results, you had Joe Hildinger coming out up top, Nick Boyd in second, Mike McMillan for third, Andrew White in fourth, Jeremy McLam in fifth, followed by David Clymer, David Blair, Jerry Watson, Dean Gear, and Alex Boyd up to 10th. And William Martinez, Brandon Skinner, Kenneth Estep, Tony Morano Jr., and Mark Setkoyak rounded out the 15 for the day there. We are on the grid here for a full pace lap at Road America, so there's a bit of time to kill here as we wait for everything to start up. Racer J, time again. Hello, hello, welcome guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Thank you for popping in, appreciate it. We are getting ready here for what I believe is the 4th race of the season. This is Road America road course for these guys today and next week as well, I believe. Oh no, never mind. Sorry, Atlanta Motor Speedway. I read that wrong. It's okay. You have to I have to blame me. I'm a road racer. I saw Atlanta and thought Road Atlanta. All right, so looking at our leaderboard thus far, well, we have 15 cars looking to grid. David Clymer out front with a 2:16.902. Mike McMillan in second with a 2:17.035. Wayne Roberts with a 2:17.263 for a third position. Just double checking to make sure everybody gets moving there. Nick Boyd in fourth with a 2:18.036. Christian Orelli with a 2:19.006 for fifth place. Following back to top 10, we have Donald Warren, Kenneth Estep, David Blair, Jeremy McLam, and Brandon Skinner. Mark Setkoyak in 11th, Jerry Watson for 12th, Andrew White, Tyson Landis, and Kyle Luera rounding out the 15 for today. The guys, right now, looking at our season standings, we have David Clymer out front with 120 points. If he wins this, he's going to help kind of keep his lead there. Mike McMillan, though, is only behind by 5 points, so a bad finish could change that lead entirely there. Between Mike McMillan and David Clymer, he's sitting at 115. Jeremy McLam is right behind McMillan with 114. That's your top 3 for the season standings. McLam currently sitting back in 9th at the moment. Hopefully they'll be able to pick up a little bit of pace once they get racing. These boys are coming now through their pace lap. A little bit of time good to go before they get rolling here. We can take a look at all the cars we have here for the day. We have David Clymer in that 242 up front there. As always, a strong showing out of David Clymer. Mike McMillan in second place and Wayne Roberts in third. Go, welcome. Yeah, I'll see. He's a 10th ahead of McMillan, so barring any issues, and if he's consistent, then he should have this one pretty well in the bag. We'll have to see what happens. Getting close to the halfway mark. Our pace lap here. Thanks, Pucho, for stopping in. Appreciate you. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Good luck getting everything all moved and packed. Alright, 15 cars on the grid today, so we'll take a look here at each car as they come around here through the back stretch before we hit the kink. David Clymer in that 242, the usual gray and red. Out in the front, Mike McMillan in second in the 42 Kellogg's car. And again, he's only a 10th back on David Clymer, so these guys should have a pretty good race. Just depends on consistency and how it goes. We will have to see. Wayne Roberts in third place in the 47 there. By Boyd for fourth in the 22. coming up to Canada Corner here. Chris Generelli in the 13. Against your top 5. Donald Warren in the 16 for 6th position. Tommy Gunn, we know. Kenneth lets us know. In that number 66 in 7th position, Ken Runnin. Good luck to him as always. He's in a road race this one, so he could be doing better. This is a little bit more, I think, his forte than over the oval stuff. He's been practicing a lot, getting a lot of experience on the road. David Blair right next to him there in that 36 car. Can't get in the corner with the guys. Kind of start to gap up a little bit before the last turn. Got 38 of Jerryman McLam. In 9th, 959 of Brandon Skinner. In 10th, Mark Setpoyak in the 78 car. In 11th position. Around again. Barry Watson in the 17 for 12th. Andrew White in that number 3. Good luck, Andrew. And then we have Kyle Luera starting from the pits. And David Clymer controls the start and they come up the hill. Here we go. Josh is having computer issues. Once again, he's having easy kicking the butt, and he's unable to join us. He's been having issues. We tried to get him in a few times there before we started, but something happened, and he is unable to. So hopefully he'll be able to come in next week. The big sad, unfortunately. Definitely rather have Josh here. And good to have a co-host. Certainly helps keep things going. You'll see if Connor manages to fuel up. He did get a good run there. Sorry, I kind of was chatting as they started there, but again, yeah, we're kind of sad Josh couldn't be here to fill the time. David Clymer running in front. Easy control start, running well. Like Mike McMillan in 2nd. Wayne Roberts maintaining 3rd. Nick Boyd still maintaining 4th. These guys are bunched up fairly close to nose to tail. David Clymer has a bit of a run. We'll see if he maintains it. Chris Generelli in that 13 car running out the top 5 for now. No side-by-sides as we get a peek at the back of the pack, so we'll keep our eyes on this top 5 for now as we come around on our first lap of 30 here at Road America and the Simpit Oval Series. Once again, sorry that it's just me. Would like to have our usual co-broadcasters, but Josh is having easy anti-cheat issues. Watch these guys as they come around here. Gonna be a dangerous corner coming through the kink in these cars, I would imagine. A little bit loose there. Out of a couple cars. Managed to hold it through. Oh, there's one around and he's gonna come across. Who was that there? That is the number 38, Jeremy McLam. Getting into a bit of a spin there. Looked like Skinner managed to avoid hitting him there. Everything seems to be okay, and the racing will continue. David Clymer getting a stronger lead now, a 2.5 seconds ahead of Mike McMillan as they come across here through their last turn on the first lap. Again, a 30 here. McMillan in that 42 car going to maintain 2nd position. Wayne Roberts behind him by another 2nd. In 3rd, the top 3, quite a bit of space between them. Completion of the first lap. David Clymer coming in with a 2:22.199, a 23.992 for Mike McMillan, and a 25.108 for Roberts. Tires coming in for these guys. Nick Boyd with 25.799. Chris Generelli 26.299. Donald Warren is in 6th with a 27.697. David Blair is going to move up one for 7th with a 27.990. Empty step going down one there. Was close indeed, Joey. Yeah, it was very close. I thought they hit from the distance. Looks like we're going to get to watch a little bit of a move as Dave Blair looks on the right-hand side on this first stretch here, coming into the hard left-hand corner after this downhill. David Blair going into the dirt a little bit, does manage to outbrake and maintain the position, actually gain a position over Donald Warren. That's going to put him up 2 now to 6th position. Donald Warren dropping back into 7th. Kenneth Eastep maintaining 8th. Again, down 1 from his start. Andrew White currently, I believe, up 3. Yes, up 3 into 10th position. Brandon Skinner ahead of him right now in 9th position there. Looks like there's a little bit of moving and shaking going around in the back of the field. Barry Watson is in 11th, up 1. Jeremy McLam again with that incident there. A little bit of damage to the front end. Nothing too major, though, so he might be able to gain some stuff back. We'll have to watch and see. Mark Sutkoyak sitting in 12th position at the moment, and Kyle Luer bringing up the back again, starting from the pits. Get back up to our leaders. David Clymer running 2.5 seconds ahead of Mike McMillan at the moment. Again, this is lap 2. He's just continuing to stretch that gap. Imagine he's going to push pretty hard for the first few laps, kind of do what he can with the cold tires, and then just kind of keep the tires good throughout the rest of the race, try to keep them cool, keep them wearing too much, and just maintain whatever comfortable gap he's able to maintain early on. That way he has the energy to race at the end. We know Clymer has crazy pushes towards the end of a lot of the races. So Robert McMillan currently running 1 second back, or 1 second ahead rather. Mike McMillan of Wayne Roberts. I read their two last names together, I apologize. Wayne Roberts in third, changing rims every 5 laps just to stay fresh. Every time he comes across the start-finish line on the 5-lap mark, yeah. Pops off the rim, puts on a bigger one. As the tires start to wear more control, or a smaller one, I guess that's what Clymer is. Nick Boyd currently running in 4th in the 22 car, maintaining his position, looking pretty good, looking pretty strong. Oh, we have, I believe that's Dave Blair. From 6th position, going to be dropping down now as he re-enters after turn 1, in between turn 1 and 2. Brandon Skinner not quite going to poke his nose in there, so that's going to put Blair about 7th position, I believe, now. After that off track, and a massive gap forming between 4th and now Colin Warren in 5th position here. I believe as he jumps up, Christian Raleigh in the 13 car is going to be moving down into, I believe, 6th position. And Kenneth Estep's going to be moving himself up to 7th after that off-track. Dave Blair, though, looks like he managed to avoid damage. There's a little bit of an off-track there, but he managed to keep it on. Dave Blair and Brendan Skinner coming side by side for a moment there. That looks like he did manage to avoid damage. So Blair's going to be still in this race. Andrew White a little bit loose. Dave Scott Speed Blair. Oh, Andrew White getting a little bit more loose, doing his best to hang on to it at the moment. Even in the commentator's first. Let's get off his car for a little bit. We're looking at, I believe this is the battle for 12th and 11th. Jeremy McLam after that early spin. Rolling his way back up there. Jerry Watson. Currently up 1. I believe that moved him down 1 though again. After that pass there. Mark Sitkoyak. Maintaining clean of a race as he can. They're back in that 78 car, running in 13th position, and again Kyle Luera in 14th. Back up to our leader David Clymer with a 3.5 second gap, just about over Mike McMillan right now. Last lap a 2:15 at 9:36, so already starting to run in 2:15s. David Clymer looking to bag an easy win on this one. Clymer able to race road courses, able to race oval courses, doesn't really matter. He's good to go. He's got a rim for everything, and pedal sets too if he needs them. Well, we know Clymer does have a thing for butt stuff, so. Stretching that gap now to 4. Giggity. Stretching that gap now to 4 seconds on Mike McMillan with Wayne Roberts. Only a half a second now behind McMillan, so we could have a battle for second here at least. We'll have to watch and see. Clymer again just going to continue stretching it. Nick Boyd currently running in a bubble in 3rd. They're going to be comfortable. Warren a little bit quicker though with an 18.9 on that last lap, but 7/10 faster than Boyd running in 5th position. Christian really close behind at the moment. Having a couple of hairy areas on that last lap, running a 2:24.36. He should be able to his head in gear and catch up there. Kenneth Estep a little bit wide. I believe that's turn 3 there, depending on how you count them. David Blair getting loose. Brandon Skinner. Here's that battle we're always talking about. Brandon Skinner and Dave Blair. The bromance. They generally end up together at least for a little bit each race, but it's been a while since they've actually raced together. We'll have to watch and see if these guys are of a similar pace or if one is significantly faster today. Oh, we do have a rear end though. Skinner punting Blair, but Skinner also going off. A little bit of booty touching. I'd imagine there was a little bit of misjudging and braking. These guys are racing close and hard together, but we got to watch them both make a little bit of a mistake and get it back under control. Doesn't seem to be any damage on Blair's part. Let's see if we can get a good look at Skinner's car. They come in through the kink here. Maybe there wasn't a touch. It's hard to say. It looks like there might be a bit of damage there. Let's get a, yeah, a little bit of damage there. So there was a touch. I'll have to see if that affects Skinner in the overall. White currently up 3 positions for 10th. Does that mean that Brandon took the Scott Speed title? Jeremy McLam down 2 at the moment, up to 11th. He's catching himself up slowly and surely. Nice, Tommy, right on. Always like hearing about Simpit stuff, being selfish, but on the other side, awesome. Yeah, Andrew's doing really good. He's learned a lot here. He's gotten quite a bit better. I'm sure he's starting to enjoy it more as well as he gets better. You always do. The more experience you get. David Clymer establishing dominance. 5 seconds ahead now on Mike McMillan, who is still running second. Wayne Roberts, though, tight behind at this point. There could be a battle here. Nick Boyd looking to catch up as well, though. He's running a full second faster in 4th position there, so we'll have to watch this battle play out. Let's try to get a look at our guys in the back first. Christian Arelli in 5th position, a bit of a gap there. Donald Warren and Kenneth Eastep close enough to be battling for 6. So hopefully Ken will keep it going. There's Skinner and Blair. Blair still leading. No touching this time. We'll have to watch and see how these guys do as they come into the tight left-hand corner before the carousel here. And we've got ourselves a little bit of a slower car. There must have been a bit of a slide out there that we missed. But that's Donald Warren and Eastep right there. Warren must have had a little bit of an issue. Eastep going to move up to 6th position. Warren down to 6. And this battle has now become a 4-car battle. And it looks like Eastep dropping back to allow the pass out of Generelli. 9:59 and 36. Skinner and Blair really close there. We come through the carousel. Kenneth Eastep running in 6th position now. A little 3-car battle. Giving Warren the time to run away. Eastep comes through the carousel clean with Skinner and Blair tight in behind. Carousel a little fight. Skinner holding a tight line, going a little bit wider under the braking. Blair in behind. Eastep holding a really good steady line there, getting a good run out, using all of the exit. Coming through Canada corner. We'll kink to the left here through the final corner. On the right-hander here, let's see if these guys manage to get any runs. Dave Blair's a little bit farther back. It looks like we've got a little bit of a misstep by Blair. That's going to check up. Sorry, a misstep by Skinner. That's going to check up Blair, but another misstep. Skinner getting on the gas a little bit too hard, and Blair's going to get by. Skinner going to end up with a bit of a gap after this long stretch. And it looks like Jeremy McLam and Andrew White are sniffing for that battle as well. Andrew White, speak for the devil. Completely revolves around the Simpit series. We accept. I know he's got his remote control cars as well. I know he does the RC. Well, he's got slightly more than the Simpit. Give him a hard time sometimes because he misses races for the RCs. Luera now being lapped here in 14th position, just running clean. Getting himself a start in the series. I believe this is his first race with us. Might be his second, I'm not sure. Here on the last race. Apologies if I'm wrong there. Jerry Watson in 12th and Mark Sikoyak in 13th. Back up to our leader. David Clymer with a 6-second gap now. And Wayne Roberts did manage to get the pass on Mike McMillan. I was watching that 4-car battle. Something must have happened here. But these guys are still fairly close together. Nick Boyd running about the same behind still as he was before. So could see a 3-car battle here. We'll have to check back in and see. Christian Arelli running in a gap at the moment in that 13-car 5th position. Just kind of holding it strong. Donald Warren still leading this 4-car battle that could become a 6-car battle. Depending on how things go here. I think this is the one to watch at the moment. Guys battling for the 6th position just outside of the top 5. As we come around the carousel, Donald Warren in that 16-car currently leading Brandon Skinner by a gap of half a second. David Blair a half second back on Skinner. These 3 come through the kink. Followed close behind by Andrew White, now up to 9th position. step to 11th. Canada doing all right. A little bit wiggly there. Get a little bit tight. Oh, and Andrew White goes off on Canada corner. That's going to drop him back now to, I believe that's 11th position. But this battle's close enough together between these three and hot enough that we should see something come from that there. At the moment, got Dave Blair looking on the inside, Brandon Skinner on the outside. Yeah, Dave Clymer's just ready for the next race at this point. Completely checked out. With a 2:18.067, dominating the field by a second per lap at the moment. Or more. He's managed to get the defense on Blair. They're not quite able to get the run. It's that Chevy power. Nobody's here to tell me that Chevys are good. Or Chevys aren't good. Yay! Alright, move it back up. Let's take a look at our leader once again. Like we said, Clymer checking out 6 seconds at the moment for this gap on Wayne Roberts. And actually, Mike McMillan having more than one issue. He's dropping back quite a bit now. Nick Boyd's starting to sniff out that podium position. Chris Generelli still in his gap in 5th. Back to our little 3-car battle here. Colin Warren, Brandon Skinner, and Dave Blair, nose to tail. Hang out here for a moment as these three come by. Nicky Step running there behind Jeremy McLam and Andrew White getting loose but managing to hold on. In 11th position there at the moment. Back up to our 3-car battle. David Blair getting a little loose as he wiggles around there. These cars, though, I mean, that seems to be the thing. They're just loose. They're just loose and Clymer's just stretching it. The theme of Road America today. Warren currently holding down the position that he started in 6th position there. But Skinner and Blair not really giving him any room to breathe. Jeremy McLam with a spin out through the kink. That's going to be issues, and he rolls after his goal. Good move. Well done. Nice avoidance, Andrew White. McLam definitely should have been holding his brakes on that one, but thankfully Andrew White, with cheetah-like moves, agile like a cat, manages to bounce his way out of the way and keep traction down. All 4 tires gripping that boy and getting her gone. Well done, Andrew. Good avoidance there. David Blair, yeah, that was a great move. I was thinking death was imminent at the moment there. David Blair currently on the inside of Brandon Skinner once again on that start-finish straight. Blair's car seems to be struggling on the top end, though. For some reason, he just can't get it by. Maybe he's making that move too early? I don't know. Skinner again on the outside. Manages to hold it, but going a little bit wide on this one. He's going to get loose, and he's going to sacrifice that position. Getting it back on track, though, and holding it strong. Doing just fine. Donald Warren going to get a bit of a comfortable gap now after that quick little battle between Dave Blair and Brandon Skinner. Skinner going to be looking to catch himself back up to Blair now. The Blair going to be sniffing on Warren. We've got bubbles everywhere at the moment. We'll work our way back through the field here. Bluer bringing up our last position there. In that 43 car, just keeping her clean. Currently running his fastest lap, just looking to, I imagine, get experience in the car. Moving ourselves back up to our leader here. Take a look through our field again. Dave Clymer, 2:19.420. On that last lap in 2:42.42, we're 8 laps into 30, just about a third of the way through. Getting ready to be on our 9th lap here as Clymer brings himself into that back section as he comes across Canada corner. 2 corners left to go, and we will be on lap 9 with 2 laps left to go until our 3rd of the way through point. Math is hard for me, so we're going with 3rds today. Wayne Roberts running in 2nd, up 1 position in that 47 car, looking good in the Tire Pros 47. 6 seconds behind Dave Clymer at the moment, but a whopping 5 seconds ahead of Nick Boyd, who has managed to get that 3rd position from Mike McMillan while we were lollygagging, looking around the field. He might have made that pass while we were checking on the other 4, but we'll take the blame for having missed it. Nick Boyd moving himself up to 3rd position. That's up 1 now. At 22, and Mike McMillan in the 42 cornflakes. bit of a rough time. Down 2 into 4th. Good quality position, but just not able to maintain the consistency here today. Move ourselves back again. Chris Generelli in the 13. In the 5th, Donald Warren in 6th position with a comfortable 6-second gap. Brandon Skinner. David Blair lost that position that he gained. Now running in 8th position behind Skinner. If they crossed the line on their 8th lap start of the night, the bromance continues. Timothy Step, I believe, running in 9th position at the moment. Andrew White there. Up to 10th. Andrew White down to 11th. Still have one from his start though. Fairly good. Again, that avoidance was very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. We're doing well here on the road course. Jerry Watson there, 17th, running in 12th position at the moment. Mark Setkoyak in the 78 car for 13th. Still in a clean car there. He did have some issues early on, but moving fairly well now from the looks of it. Climber losing a little bit of time. He was a little bit over 6 seconds ahead, now 5.5 seconds ahead, but I'd imagine this is that time where he can kind of take it easy for a bit, like you were saying when we started. Gain a good, comfortable gap, take it easy for a bit, push later. We'll have to wait and see. 2:18.8 on his last lap, still a full second ahead of Wayne Roberts, so if he pushes like that towards the end, he'll have this in the bag. Wheel swap incoming. This is lap 9 completed. On to lap 10 we go. As we come down the main stretch, Climber's probably leaning over, choosing the wheel for the next lap then. That's why he lost the time. I get it. He didn't run a 2:19.2 for no reason. Wayne Roberts with an 18.8 though. Pretty good lap out of Wayne Roberts there. Not his best, but still, if he can keep in the 18s, he'd certainly be doing better there. Nick Boyd with a 2:19.9 for 3rd position. Again, he's up 1. Top 3 has shaken up a little bit. Climber, though, dominating. Very much so. Let's get a little bit of an in-car on Climber here as we watch him come through the back half of the track here. A lot of wheel input, these cars. He's keeping the revs fairly low as we come through the carousel, so making sure it doesn't spin out. Lots of little corrections. Through the kink here, I'm interested to see, probably scrub a bit there. Very small correction on the exit, but nice and consistent, looking good. Very, very small corrections. Needs to be very, very comfortable on his line, and it shows with his times. And very little bit of loose on the exit there. Catches it very consistently, cleanly. Looking real good. This last corner here, watch for the massive amount of wheel input. Actually, no, not a lot. Actually, yeah, that was less than some of the smaller corners. Must be using brake a lot there. And this is it. There's your wheel change. Lap 10 coming to a close. That's a third of the way through. I don't know how the pits are going to be on this one. We will have to see. Only 30 laps. I don't know how much tires are a concern and fuel or what the limit is or anything. We'll have to watch and see how these guys do. Luer's pit again. His pit twice there. Climber now with a 6-second gap once again over top of Wayne Roberts in 2nd position. Nick Boyd in 3rd. Now 8 seconds back. Had a bit of an issue there on that last lap, running a 20.6. Mike McMillan in 4th position, coming in with a 21.664. and Chris Gennarelli rounding out our top 5. Moving back, there's 6th position, Donald Warren. 7th is Brandon Skinner. David Blair and him still battling. Skinner passing early. Or rather, David Blair passing early straight there. Going to move over, I believe, onto the outside. Well, no, actually, he's going to hold an inside line. He definitely could have moved over. He had more than enough space, but he also hold it tighter. We'll have to watch and see, Tommy. I'm not actually sure with this one. Not sure. Dave Blair moving himself up into 7th position. Skinner down to 8th now. These two going to continue fighting. Think of a race with these two, actually. Back and forth. Let's get E-Step in the game. And McLam looking to gain his positions back. Just about up to 9th again. As we follow E-Step here through our first little straight. Yeah, we mentioned the bromance pretty much every stream that we do, or every broadcast that we do with these two in it, but it's been a while since they've come together like this. This one's real close. These two pretty much together most of the race. Like lap 6 or 7 they came together and they haven't separated since. Small gaps that come together rather quickly.
Thank you.
22.565 on the last lap. From E-Step with a 23.328. I'd imagine McLaren going to be looking to get a pass. Actually, E-Step, as we watch, please pass safely. Well, can't pass much more safely than on the track while you're off, so I suppose we'll take that as a stroke. Gray Watson running in 12th position here. Mark Sethkoic into the pits. Andrew White having pit lap 10. Andrew White having pit lap 10 is now in 11th position, currently up 2 from his start. With Sethkoic and David Clymer. 6.5 second gap. He's brought it back again to his original gap on Wayne Roberts. Currently running in 2nd position. They're running fairly similar times at this point. It's just Climbers are consistently faster, but the spread between their points isn't that different, really. Boyd in 3rd position there. A bit of a bubble. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes, he should manage to hold on to that position. Basically, where we're sitting at with these guys, it's just mistakes that are going to be what happens, or what causes any issues here. Let's see here. David Clymer. Is it getting close to pit time, or are we doing it at the halfway mark? What's going on here? I'd imagine they probably pit about halfway, but we'll have to see. Move ourselves back through the field. We got to check on Blair and Skinner. At the moment, Blair with a 2-second lead over Skinner, so Skinner struggling on this last lap. Got 2 hitters on that day, Sethkoic and Andrew White both in. Cool, Skinner getting very loose under braking there. Pits yet. I'd imagine 1 pit, Tommy. Just 1. There's not a lot of laps, so I'd imagine it's just 1 for tires and a splash of fuel. It just depends on it depends on tire wear, really, and what the limit is as to when they pit. Because I don't know when the limit is, right? They could probably go all 30 laps on 1 set of tires. I would imagine it's no worse than going 20-30 laps on an oval, right? But I don't know how long the tire change works versus how long the fuel is. So depending on the fuel limit, depending on the fuel limit, they may or may not change tires. Because if you fill and it's faster than tire change, then you just go, right? But if you're dropping lap times, they might decide to change them anyways. But I mean, look at his times. They're 2:19 still. 2:19s with an 8.6 second gap. The other guys seem to definitely be feeling the tire wear from the looks of the times, but Climber just keeps going. He just keeps changing rims. He doesn't feel the tire changes. Rims compensate. Brandon Skinner just pit. He's in on lap 13. I see. I'm thinking it's lap 15 that Climber's going to go in then. And we'll have to watch and see if he ends up doing a tire change or not. I'm not sure. Kind of keeping an eye on him for a second here. Just want to see when he crosses the line. I'll take a look back through the field here in a moment. These guys come through Canada corner here. Coming up on some lap traffic as well. That's the 11th place 17 car from Gary Watson. He has not pitched yet. Neither of these cars have, so it's a natural pass, natural lap car. No weird pit stuff going on. The top 10 cars on the lead lap after this pass. And he's not diving into the pits. He's going to grab a little draft off of Watson there. And go flying by. That's lap 13 coming to a close. On to lap 14. Climber reaches over and starts getting his wheel rims ready. Roberts in that 47 car. There's Nick Boyd in the 22 for third position. He's coming into the pits though, so Boyd's going in. Let's have a watch here and see. Message me in Discord, Tom, again. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Talk about stuff like that. If Josh can't fix his issues, we can look into it for sure. Nick Boyd pulling in. We also have Mike McMillan in. I was thinking lap 15. These guys are going for the early pit. We'll see if that works out for them or not. I believe he did come up for tires. Oh, and McMillan missed his pit spot. They did come up for tires, by the way. Donald Warren also coming in. Lap 13, we're starting to see these boys pitting in. Jeremy McLam coming in as well. I believe they do have one quick repair, so we should see McLam's car get a pixie fix here. Mark Sikoyak coming across the line as McLam pits here. I'll have to see if Blair and Skinner come together after the pits as well. Let's watch his car here. Oh, a little bit too early on the stop. And, oh, too far ahead. Oh, no. Oh, he's oh, no. He was, oh, no, McLam. I'm sorry. We're gonna stop watching people pit. We're just cursing them. David Climber now coming around that last two corners. This is the completion of lap 14 for our leader here. Quali pole, stay pole, absolutely dominating this race. Could be coming into the pits, but maybe not. Maybe next lap. Looks like it's gonna be next lap. Let's get it on board with David Climber in that 242. Coming down the main straight, you can see him using a good bit of the track there. Stays out of the bumps on the left-hand side. Widens it back out as he comes up to the pylons here, gets on the brakes. Going in nice and clean, should see him taking the curbing here on both the entry and the exit. Just a little on the exit, a little bit of spin there, sliding there, maybe not quite touching the curbing, maybe being safe with the car. But using that apex curbing a good bit. Nice and smooth through the corners as we come on to the first stretch here. Off to the right hand side, come under the bridge, and then there's like those trees off in the distance there. And to the left hand side at the end of the tree line. Coming in, getting on the brakes. Lots of apex, careful on the throttle here. Yeah, a little bit of slidey boy, but nothing too major.
You wanna let me go, Chris?
Corvette bridge under the hill, up the hill.
Yeah, I'll go to the right.
A little bit of missed apex there. Tires definitely starting to affect him. He's running a 21.0 on that last one. This was his wheel rim change lap though, so either we see him get faster or we see him pit.
Thank you.
A little bit of missed apex there, but that one's a rough apex. It's quite bumpy, so maybe he's doing that one on purpose. Went through the carousel, looking nice and clean. A little bit wheel input this time than we were seeing before. He must be leaning on the brakes more with the tires wearing. We're seeing a lot of apparent tire scrub. The wheels, he was turning at 90 degrees. Before. Oh, he gets loose, but he does manage to hold it. Coming through the kink and into the corner here. We're watching to see if he pits. 2 more turns left to go, and then we'll take a look at our standings once again. We have everybody pitting lap 13 pretty much for our major guys. Apparently I have to allow that chat. Weird. Here we go. Yeah, no speeding in pit lane. Let's watch here. He's coming in. Up the hill. He's on the brakes halfway up the hill. That's usually about the right point. No pit limiter on these cars though. Oh, sorry. There we go. Alright, David Clymer in the 242 into the pits. That's our leader, lap 15. We should see the rest of the crowd pit, but Wayne Roberts went flying by. Well, maybe not. Ran a 219.9 on his tires on the last one. And there he goes. He's in. And he's up for tires. So for sure taking tires. Gonna have to watch how everything plays out now. Let's move up to our current leader, Wayne Roberts. Considered up 2 positions at the moment, still having to pit though. We'll see how that goes as Clymer comes out of the pits. Wayne Roberts in that 47 car. At least getting to touch that pole. But not going to be able to take it away from Clymer unless we see a big mistake. Clymer did get out of the pits there fairly quickly, so there was no penalty. No speeding in pits from Clymer. He heard you, Joe. David Blair into the pits this lap as well. You can see the last of the guys all get in here. I can't imagine they'd try running it out too long. Out in that 242, gonna be running, get them tires warmed up as much as possible on his out lap here. Back to Wayne Roberts in the 47 as we come through the carousel. Kink coming up here. Watch to see if he's getting loose. 219.978 on that last lap. I mean, he's actually running strong. He's technically running better than Clymer. I wonder if maybe he could run quicker, but he was taking it easier on the tires. Who knows? But he is still maintaining pretty much the same time he's been running all race, which is a good sign for him as far as keeping second place goes. Again, I don't think he's going to be able to catch Clymer without some kind of catastrophic failure. And away he goes into the pits. Now, we saw a lot of mess-ups in the pits, so we should see this field shake up a pretty good bit. Christian Orelli currently running in 3rd there. We're going to watch as he comes through the carousel and gets into the pits as well. Watching the time clock go down as Clymer gets back up onto the main stretch here. I'm curious to see how far ahead he ends up on Roberts. He's still sitting in the pits at the moment. Oh, Nick Boyd had an incident. Smashed up front end of the car there. And having already pit coming in, 24th position, not pitting. As he comes on to lap 17, Andrew White in 11th, down a lap at the moment. Millen in the 42 for 5th position. He's down 3 now. With Christian Early still having not pit. This is an interesting situation we have going on here. Jerry Watson in 12th. Kenneth Eastep up to 7th. He's going to hop into the pits there. Donald Warren and David Blair are going to probably gain those positions off of him. And Brandon Skinner getting a little bit loose as we take a look there on Canada corner, but he's managing to hang on to it. Bristol's back up. David Blair at the moment running 6th, it says, but I think he had an issue and dropped back because he was ahead there quite a bit. Have to watch and see here, and everybody across the line, which positions we're in. Step coming out of the pits. No, going into the pits. Okay. And Brandon Skinner crossing down there as well, getting into position, moving himself up into 9th position. I believe he takes 8th with E-step in the pits there. Koyak in the 78 car in 13th at the moment. Brendan McLaren at 38th. Up to 10th now. He's 1 position down from his start, with Skinner kind of in sight halfway through the race, a little bit over. There's Kyle Luera pulling out of the pits himself there. Sorry, not out of the pits. Marceau's back. Wayne Roberts currently in 1st position, with David Clymer hot on his tail. Wayne Roberts pit laps 16 and did manage to come out ahead of Clymer. I'm not sure how he did that. Maybe he didn't take tires? I'll have to watch and see. Clymer might have made a mistake too. We're going to have to watch and see what the times are. 2:49, 5:22, and 2:27, 6:70. Clymer made a mistake on that last lap. Roberts able to capitalize and get the position on him. We have a battle for the lead. Clymer is no longer the lead driver. Wayne Roberts up 2 positions for the lead at the moment in the 47 car, with Clymer close behind. Nick Boyd in the pits there, and Christian Rowan also pitting. I mean, he beats me playing, but he's not saying much. But no, he is good. He's generally running in that top 5 kind of area. Top 10, top 5. And can run for the lead on some races. During some races, rather. English Booth. Doing pretty good at the moment. He pit a little bit later, but he has the position. We're going to be struggling to catch up now. It's not going to be easy on him. Roberts is going to be able to defend with only 11 laps to go after this one. There's not that much time left. At the moment, 2.5 seconds separating Clymer and Roberts. And we're going to be on the weaker of the tires, but only by a lap. It's not saying much. Macmillan in the Cornflakes car in 3rd at the moment. Did manage to gain 1 position at some point. Andrew White got down in 11th. Barry Watson in behind him. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Clymer certainly does win more often than not. Nick Boyd in 4th position out of pits now. I believe he's actually going to end up... Oh no, yeah, he is in 4th. Conor Warren in 6th. Sorry, 5th. David Blair in 6th. Christian Early is going to be 7th. And Brandon Skinner in 8th in the 9:59. A little bit loose there, but hanging on tight. Jeremy McLam in position. Again, looking to catch up after his early mistake. He is now back up to his starting position, so he's back where he was at with a position in sight, moving to Sutkoyak for 13th and 14th respectively. And at E-Step in 10th position. The last driver on the lead lap at the moment in the 66 Mustang with the E-Step sign on it. Wayne Roberts, 2 seconds ahead of David Clymer with the fastest lap for him of the race, 2:16, 6:83. Clymer right behind him with a 2:16, 4:92. These boys are pushing it now. We should see some close racing as this one comes to an end. We're just about 2/3 of the way through. Again, this is Road America for the Simpit Oval Series. Lap 19 at the moment. These guys are running real hard. Looks like Wayne got a little bit loose there. Clymer managing to reel him in by about a half a second. These guys are going to be pushing like nobody's business as we come to the last 10 laps. Big carousel now. Down to 1 second gap between Clymer and Roberts at the moment. Let's go with the in-car on David Clymer as he chases down our leader, Wayne Roberts. Clymer making it interesting. Going to be on rim change lap for the next one. Maintaining 1.1 seconds on Roberts through Canada. A little bit better run though, did gain a 10th there. Robert's going to be watching his mirror, I'd imagine, or trying not to. And I don't think he got a run. They're going to maintain first and second. About a 1 second gap. Looks like Clymer's just a wee bit quicker. We go down the front stretch here. Hey, Max. Oh, Clymer drifting it hard through that turn 1. Losing that half a second he was managed to gain. I'm gonna jump up to our leader real quick here. Appreciate it, Tommy. Appreciate it, buddy. The kind of comments like that and the mentality that goes behind that kind of thing, that's a big reason why we do the YouTube stuff and why we do the streams, man. God knows we're not making a lot of money with it. But we enjoy the comments, we enjoy the companionship, the community side of things. Max with the subscription, thanks buddy, appreciate you. Welcome to the pit crew. We have Max emotes. If you didn't know. Those exist. Hey, Tommy Gunn, there you go. What a legend. Simpit Maxes. Max Doge. Thanks for the sub, Max. I appreciate it, buddy. Many thank yous and a gift. Simpit Maxes. David Clymer and Wayne Roberts. This is going to be a heck of a battle. It's looking like it's going to come down to traffic, I think, in the long run here. Wayne Roberts closing that gap on the last lead lap car, E-step. He forgot to change his rim. That second lap out was 5 seconds or 7 seconds slow. I think he forgot to change his rim. Had to pull over or something. Swap it out in the middle of his out lap.
Thank you.
Wayne Roberts now with a half a second gap on E-step. Looking to see what E-step does here. E-step's going to hold right and tight, letting the leaders by. That is not going to provide the opportunity that David Clymer needs.
I was worried about you.
As we come down the hill into turn 3. Wayne Roberts now with a second and a half. A little bit under that behind Clymer, ahead of Clymer rather. The battle's still going.
Thanks, Jerry.
Tightening up the gap. Clymer only a half a second back as these guys come through the carousel. Roberts in that 47 car. Clymer in the 242. Real close together. 10 laps left to go here at Road America. Good luck, Max. Hopefully all the hard work is worth it. Got more lap cars coming up. So quick. Not much he can do here. He's going to be kind of in the way. The last corner, how does he opt to take it? He's going to stay wide. That's going to force the 47 William Roberts on the inside. Dave Clymer. 5 seconds back on Roberts as we come down the main stretch. Closing out lap 21. Draft, maintaining that half-second gap though as we come through into P1. We've got ourselves a battle. Nine cars on the lead lap at the moment. Wayne Roberts in first. David Clymer close behind in second. Mike McMillan in third. Nick Boyd for fourth. And David Blair currently rounding out your top five. Donald Warrior, Chris Generelli, Brandon Skidder, Jeremy McLean, and Kenneth Easton back to the top 10. Andrew White, Jerry Watson, Mark Sequoiak, and Kyle Luera. Round out the rest of the cars on the track for the day. Clymer only 4/10 behind Roberts at the moment. Yeah, kind of need a big boat. Clymer's pushing to catch up though. I mean, like he's running in the draft. They both were pushing on cold tires there. They were probably sliding around a good bit. From looks of it, they were. No problem about it. Those 216s seem to take a lot out of them because we haven't seen a bunch of those. It's going to be an interesting last couple laps, I'm thinking. I'll have to see if they can hang on to it here. That's the thing we're looking for. King. Both of them getting a little loose, but Roberts is the looser. Clymer on the chase now. And the Canada corner. Real close. And the final corner. Straight in the draft, 4:10 separating our leader Wayne Roberts from David Clymer as we come to the close on lap 22 at Road America for the Simpit Oval Series. This guy's running strong, running clean, looking good, putting on a good show for us. 2:18.571 out of Wayne Roberts to Clymer's 2:18.445. Those are very close together. Clymer not getting anywhere closer though through T1 and actually dropping back through 1 and 2. Might be taking it easy for a few laps. We will have to watch and see as we move ourselves back through the field. Let's take a look at the rest of the cars here. Ken Eastep currently running 10th position in that 66 car, down 3 at the moment. Mark Sequoiak in the 78, down 2 for 13th. Mike McMillan in 3rd position in that 42, down 1 from his start at the moment. And we will get ourselves back. There's Kyle Luer into the pits there. Nick Boyd in 4th position, and he's sitting where he qualified at the moment. Andrew White is up 2 for 11th at the moment there. He is down 1 lap. Well, good job, Andrew. Chris Generelli running in 7th position with a 570 over Donald Warren. Sorry, actually, I think that's backwards. Something must have happened here. We got some screwy stuff going on here. Let's take a look. This is 5th position out of Chris Generelli. And then we have Donald Warren and David Blair bringing up 6 and 7. Blair looking to the inside. Doesn't quite have it. They come in P1 there. We have ourselves another little battle for 6th position here. Brandon Skinner in 8th at the moment with Jerry Watson in 12th, right behind. And Jeremy McLam in 9th. Getting closer and closer. He's currently back up to his position where he started. having issues in the beginning, but managed to get himself back up there once again. There's David Clymer, got the lead, he got the pass, we missed it, where'd it go, where did it happen? Let's back it up a little bit here. On the back stretch,
Thank you, Jared.
after the kink, Roberts got a little bit loose and Clymer capitalized. That's gonna put a lot of pressure on Roberts now. Let's take a look and see what's happening. Running that roll bar camera on Roberts. In the 47 car, currently running in second position, lap 24 of 30. 7 left to go. As we come through turn 2. Pink here on the stretch into 3. Go forward, coming and counted. Down the hill. 7/10 separating the 2. On the throttle, very little spin. It's not getting any better of a run though. 8/10, 9/10. Running strong there in the lead. He's got to win it for that rubber chicken on his shelf. Oh, he's a little bit loose though. Roberts 4/10 behind now. I was about to switch out, but we're going to go back. As we come through the carousel. 6/10. Backstretch, Clymer strong there, 8/10. Getting real close to the finishing stages of this race. All of the track there, Clymer out right to the gravel. Really strong through this last section. Looks like he's gained a good bit of time, but can he keep it through the last turn? 7/10. Roberts with the better turn on the last one. Let's take a look at their times as we cross the line here. 2:18.536 and a 2:18.553. Only 100th between the two on the times here. So the battle is still on. Lap 25 of 36 to go at Road America for the Simpit Oval Series here. Simpit Oval Series road race. And we're dominating most of the race. Roberts managing to get in the lead for a little bit there. Really hard pressed to get it back after that mistake through the kink. What was that, lap 23 or so there? This Clymer tries to establish dominance and create a gap once again. We have to take a quick look back through the field. E-Step in 10th position there, McMillan in 3rd. Boyd in 4th, Andrew White, wide out of Canada in 11th there. And careful on the rejoin as Chris Generelli gets past him there, good and safe. Donald Warren in 6th. And Dave Blair in 7th at the moment with Jeremy McLam right up close behind him in 8th. Jeremy back to gaining a position now. But not really close behind him. Brandon Skinner in 9th now, having made a mistake that last lap. Mark Sequick in 12th and Jerry Watson in, I believe, 13th at the moment. They've swapped places. Yep, and getting loose there. Unfortunately, going to be coming back on the track. Let's take a quick look here. Blair up to 7th. Doing well, David Blair. I thought I saw him and Brandon Skinner together, but Skinner had an issue there on that last lap and create a gap between them. Unfortunately, I was hoping the bromance was going to come back, but it's not. Let's move ourselves back up to our battle for the lead. We don't want to miss it. 7/10 separating these two at the moment. On the front stretch. Oh, hey. Stuck on the wrong car. Sorry about that. Learning how to do these camera things slowly. Half a second separating Roberts and Clymer with 5 laps left to go at Road America, guys. Here we are. Clymer came across with a 2:18.290. Wayne Roberts 2:18.164. Roberts managing to stay behind and even catch up. He's smart enough. 3 tenths now separating Clymer and Roberts. You guys are very close together now. Whoa! Kenneth, you step off track. Clymer and Roberts very, very close together at the moment. Coming up the hill here. Maybe the first kink. One's a little more aggressive than the real king.
I almost followed you there, Chris.
6 tenths between the two. 5 tenths. Roberts stronger under braking. But not as good of an exit as we come through onto our carousel here. As we come through the kink, and it looks like Roberts does have a very small bit of a run. 76 tenths there, almost dropping to 5. Picking up a small amount of time under braking, but again, Clymer's got that exit strong, and Roberts is hurting because of it. Watching intently, lap 27. 4 laps to go. David Clymer in the lead, half a second ahead. Life is short, drive fast. And be nice, but be aggressive. Jerry Watson yielding the position there. Going 2 laps down. As the leaders come by in the battle for the win. And it was just holding it. Roberts again, though, stronger under braking. He just needs to get his exits figured out. Just a little bit too much speed through the corners. He does manage to get a pretty good one on there. Second ahead now, but Clymer goes wide, and that's going to give him the opportunity. There it is. Clymer in second position now. Sorry, I got stuck on the cameras, my bad. We're going to go out to the external cams for the rest of this one. I'm learning things, so I'm trying things. David Clymer now a second back on Wayne Roberts. That mistake's going to cost them. The pressure was too much. 2:19.086 on the last lap with Wayne Roberts running a 2:19.209. So Roberts was actually slower than Clymer on the lap previous, but still going to gain the position on this one with Clymer's mistake there. Going to be hoping for a mistake out of Roberts. It's going to be a hard battle now as they close out lap 27. It's going to be 3 to go. Go. Roberts with a 1.5 second gap just about over Clymer here, and they're all gonna be pushing now. Wayne Roberts coming in through T1. Clymer second behind for the moment. And T2, a little stronger under braking. Watching here for the... He's getting quite loose, though. He's pushing it. That's not going to help him. Dropping another half a second back there. Robert's going to be cruising to a win if Clymer keeps this up. It's a tough push. Good luck, Clymer. Good battle for the lead here since we come out of the pits. It's been strong. These guys have been close together the whole time. Changed positions a few times. Wayne Roberts currently up 2 for the lead. Clymer doing his best to get it back. We're halfway through the last couple laps here. Last 3 laps, rather. Onto the carousel. Clymer using all the track. Nice and clean. No spinning this time. A little bit loose though coming into the carousel. 1.3 back from Roberts at the moment. 1.4. Off his apex. Really good run there. Guy comes through the kink here. Both drivers using all of the track, just about touching the grass on the exit of the kink. Dangerous as they push it. Roberts down through Canada. Clymer following. Both with strong apex. Looking good on their exits. But with 1.4 running nearly identical through each corner here. Very little difference in pace, these two. Major league sportsmanship. Kind of minor league skill for the most part. There's a handful in each discipline that are like actually top tier fast guys, but at least we got that sportsmanship for the most part. Somebody gets a little salty every now and again, but we do work as hard as we can to be nice about it. Wayne Roberts 2/10 faster than Clymer on that last lap. I don't think Clymer could do it. I don't want to commentate curse him, so I'm not going to hold. It's up to him. Wayne Roberts 1.3 ahead with Clymer in second in the 242. Led the whole race, but Roberts with a 1 lap later pit. Clymer with a mistake the lap after his pit out. Dropping him back into second and creating a hell of a battle for the last half of the race. We're on lap 29 right now. 2 left to go. Clymer doing everything he can to catch up, but it's going to be a hard battle for them. Roberts now gaining even more time. Pretty much has it in the bag. All he has to do is keep her clean. Oops. Keeping an eye on our leader here. That's Wayne Roberts. Up 2 positions in the 47 car. Through the kink. Clymer got a little bit loose there on that exit back there. Clymer using more of the track, but not getting a run. 1.9, almost 2 seconds back. Looks like he's going to have to settle for that second position. And unless we see a mistake. Wayne Roberts coming through Canada the second last time. We're almost there. One final corner here on our second last lap, and then here it goes, boys. The last lap. Clymer struggling hard. 2.5 seconds back. He's just pushing too hard. He's going to be kicking himself, I'm sure. Pretty much dominated the race, but no longer, as Wayne Roberts is leading at the moment. Wayne sitting quite low actually in the standings. He's currently 11th position, so this win, it's the season standings that is, currently 11th position. So this win will do good for him. Get some extra points there. Get himself up into that top 10, I believe, on the leaderboard pretty easily with the way this is looking. Wayne Roberts out front. Three seconds ahead of Clymer now. There's nothing happening. That's it, boys. It's in the bag. You hear me knocking on wood to make sure I don't curse Roberts if he misses the apex there, but we should see pretty clean lap here. I don't think he's going to be pushing or anything like that. There's no reason to. He just has to keep it clean, keep it smooth, and bring it home. Clymer, on the other hand, loose as a goose. Sliding around like mad there. He's pushing as hard as he can from the looks of things. Hoping that if Roberts does make a mistake that he's there to capitalize. But again, Roberts seemingly taking it very easy. Currently up 2 positions from his start in the Tire Pros. 47. Looking good. Wayne Roberts of the second variety in iRacing. Around the carousel and through the kink for the final time in the Camaro. And that was one of the more dangerous corners. He held on to it. One more danger zone corner. Here we go. Coming through Canada. Wide on the entry. Even lots of room on the exit. There's a fair bit of track, but again, even room. Doesn't seem to be using the curbs through here like they were earlier. Just playing it safe. Clymer struggling and struggling. On the struggle bus, one would say. Almost 4 seconds back. As we come through the last corner, that's Wayne Roberts with the win for the Simpit Oval Series here today at Road America. Congratulations, Wayne Roberts. Well fought, well earned, well deserved, and well done, sir. Well done. Wayne Roberts in first. David Clymer in the 242. Going to be coming in second position here. We'll hop back to our other cars as they finish their laps. That's Kenneth Estep in the 66. Down 3 positions in 10th at the moment here as he comes through his final 2 corners. Just making sure there's no issues here as he comes through the last turn. Kenneth Estep going to be 10th position in that 66 car. Jerry Watson in the 17 car rather, coming in 12th position today. Well done, drivers. Mike McMillan in the only Supra in the field in the 42 Kellogg Supra. 3rd position. Pound 1 from his start. Nick Boyd now coming down through the last little S's here in that 22. In the 4th position for the day as we watch him come through his final corner again. Road America Simpit Oval Series. Thank you guys for coming to watch. Mostly thank the drivers for keeping it busy for us. Mark Sedkoyak, 13th position in the 78 Nationwide. Getting loose, but manages to get her back under control. There he goes. Chris Generelli going to take out the top 5 there, finishing in his starting position in that number 13 car as he makes his final set of corners here. On the front stretch, there he goes. David Blair in the 36 car in 6th position, up 2 for the day. Well done, Dave. Donald Warren down 1 into 7th position with Jeremy McLam hot on his heels. As we come through the final corner here, it looks like we could see a bit of a battle. Let's watch it unfold. This is the battle for 7th position. It looks like Warren needs to get the block on, and Jeremy McLam.
Nice race, guys.
Going to come in 8th place. Well held on to it there. Andrew White in 11th. Going through the final corner there in the number 3, up 2 for his start.
Dave, I thought you were going to catch me there at the
course, buddy. Brandon Skinner, the 959, up 1. Definitely had some issues, but a good showing as well. And there we are, our leader, Wayne Roberts, one more time. Congratulations, Wayne Roberts. Congratulations to all of those on our podium, David Clymer and Mike McMillan for 2nd and 3rd, respectively. Nick Boyd in 4th with Chris Generelli in 5th, as Wayne Roberts gives us the victory donuts. David Blair in 6th position, Donald Warren in 7th. Jeremy McLam in 8th, Brandon Skinner for 9th, Kenneth Estep rounding out our top 10, Andrew White, Jerry Watson, Mark Sedkoyak, Kyle Luera, and Tyson Landis bring us back to the 15 for the day as our number 47 Wayne Roberts car runs his Wicked Donuts for the win. One more time for the leaders, Wayne Roberts, David Clymer, and Mike McMillan on the podium. Nick Boyd and Chris Generelli for the top 5. Good job, Wayne. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you guys for coming to hang out over here. I very much so appreciate you, bros. I'm going to go ahead and run our little exit song And one more big old thank you for you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We will see you guys next week. And we should also see you maybe on Saturday or Sunday. We'll see. But definitely here next week on Thursday for the Open Series broadcast at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. One more GG. Congratulations, Wayne Roberts, David Clymer in second, and Mike Millen in third. Wayne Roberts for the win. Thanks again, guys, and we will see you next week.